Alrighty then.
For Station Square will be departing soon.
My intro got interrupted by an announcement. Hey, this is Wentus yet again. I'm going to be continuing my Let's Play of Sonic Adventure. Now, last time we went to Windy Valley and took on Eggman and had our other Chaos Emerald stolen. But we got a new one, so it's okay. We got a blue one, and I like blue better than purple. Therefore, we are in the green. I think that's right. Either way, in this episode, we're going to be going back to Station Square, and we'll find it is now evening. Now, there's a couple things we could do here. I've debated about it a bit, but I think I know how I'm going to go about it. We do here. It says from now on, the casino is only open at night. It's not quite nighttime yet, but we're pretty close. That's a hint as to what we're going to have to do later. So if we go out here, if we were to check that orb thing, it would tell us that there's someplace in the city that we can go into the sewers. Here, I'll show.
There's a place somewhere in the city where you can go down into the sewer.
Now, I'm not gonna lie, I don't know why they expected you to just randomly go into the sewers. It just kind of happens. Whoa. If we'd gone here earlier, there's a car over this area of the sewers, but now it's gone, and we can just go into the open sewers. It's kind of gross down here. There's green water for some reason. If I'm not mistaken, this area is actually open in one of the other stories. I might be mistaken like that, but it's closed here by a box. So we just have to go up here, and we have our first instance of finding an item that's going to be permanently upgrading our character. Let's go ahead and get it.
Now you've got light speed shoes. Press and hold the action button to store up power. Once you have enough power, release the button and you can do the light speed dash. The light speed dash lets you race toward rings at light speed. As long as there's a trail of rings, you can go just about anywhere.
Alright, I'm not gonna lie, I really don't like this mechanic. In the other games, it's fantastic, but the way they have it here, you have to hold down B for a while and charge up, and then you're ready. Also, those little balls of energy that go towards you actually deal damage to enemies, which is kind of cool, I guess. If you let go of B, he dashes forward a bit. Here's the thing they'll show that they're actually solid. If I do this here, they can actually hit that button for me. Now, we just go over here and dash up these rings to get out. And if we go in here, we'll be in a store that we could have seen outside earlier if I had actually decided to show it. And in here, we'll find something kind of interesting on a pedestal. A golden egg. If we pick it up, though, the gate's closed and we can't leave. So we can pick this up, but right now we can't do anything with it. Unfortunately, I've had many times where I've glitched that, where I couldn't pick up the egg again and I didn't have it on the pedestal, so I was actually stuck in here. Also, I believe this guy says something kind of funny. Hey, don't use the back door! Yep. Normally, he'll like brag about his collection or something. I actually do know how to get that golden egg, but I'll be going over that later. We could get it now, but I'd actually like to show something else first, now that we have the light speed shoes. There's something I want to do immediately, because I don't like the light speed mechanic in this game, and I want to change it up a bit. If we go into here, where we went to... Okay, that kind of glitched out for a second there, I could still walk around. Where we went to Emerald Beach earlier, we can actually go up here, and there's two buttons. If we charge up our light... If we press those buttons, we'll see there a bunch of rings show up, and a door opens up showing another item in there. Gonna want that other ring back. Gotta press this and go fast. Oh, got it on the first try. Yes! In the practice file, it took me like 20 tries to get that. It always takes me like 20 tries. Either way, we already have our next item.
This is the crystal ring. This reduces the time needed to store power for the light speed dash.
This item is completely optional. I just like to get it. It changes the color of the energy that you build up, but it makes it so you can get the lightspeed dash a lot faster. Or charge it up a lot faster. Now, we could go to the next stage, but there's actually somewhere else I'd like to go. If we go inside this elevator here, we'll go somewhere a bit different. Here, we're going to be creating a Chao garden. I actually moved my Chao garden to a different memory card on this from this one. So, this Chao garden is going to be completely shared between these videos. Yes, I would like to create new Chao garden data. Now, I'm not going to lie, I love the Chao garden so much. This area is just like a little bonus thing. It's more or less like a mini game that you get. That's honestly really cool. Here we have these eggs here. I always thought the eggs looked kind of cool, but these are Chao eggs. If you press X, you can pick them up and carry them around. No, whoa. Is that egg, like... yeah, if you look at it from that direction, it's kind of glitched out. Like the texture looks wrong. Oh, that's probably just an effect of it being in the water. Now, we could throw these, and if you do that, they'll actually hatch, and the baby Chao will come flying out in pain. I'm not going to do that. What I always do is I pick it up, and you can move it like so, just like rocking it slightly. Then you can put it down. I always whistle during this, and if I think, yep, that makes it hatch every time. So, we have it hatched, and we have our first Chao! Yeah, I love Chaos, they're so cute, man, they're so cute, it's so cute, it's so cute. I love Chaos. I'm sorry, it's just so cute! Now we can pet them like so, we can take care of them. And this is where the animals come into play, actually. The animals you collect in stage can be given to these little guys as pets. They disappear once the Chows pick them up, and the Chows actually gets attributes of those pets. Like, they can get the tail of a lion or something of the sort, or a mane. And that actually is how you increase their stats. As you can see here, they have different abilities: swim, fly, run, power, stamina. This is much more in-depth in Sonic Adventure 2. I swear that egg over in the water over there looks like it's been cut in half. Either way, we have our first Chao here. Now, I can go ahead and hatch the other egg now. I love taking care of the Chao. This is pretty much, when I was younger, this is the only reason why I played this game. Now let's go ahead and rock it a bit. And put it down. Whistle a few times. Whistle again. There we go. And it's hatching. I don't know if the whistling actually affects it, but I always do it. Alright, we have it hatching, and we have another Chao. Both happy this time. Chao can have randomized facial expressions, but this time they both end up having about the same facial expression. So that's kind of nice. This one's happy. They're both pretty happy. Now, here we have these trees which we can grab and shake to get fruit to come down. The ones that actually shake on the tree are the ones that come down. So let's go ahead and feed the Chao. This is how you build their stamina, is by giving them fruit. Usually they're not very hungry when they first just hatched. Where'd the other Chao go? Ah, there you are. Oh, you're so cute. I love Chao. I love Chao so much. Ah, they're so cute. And if they're not hungry enough, they'll just throw the fruit away like they just did there. So I tried giving them some. They didn't gain any stamina because they didn't actually finish a full chunk of it. But, oh well. Now, here's something I would actually like to do with this. I'm going to be showing the Chao every once in a while, just a little bonus thing. They're not really a part of the story, but they're kind of cool. But I want you guys to choose the names of the Chao. Oh, welcome to Chao Garden, or the Chao Stadium. You can race your Chaos here, but you want to do that once you've gotten them a bit more stats. Now, I want you guys to come up with names for these two little guys, or girls, whatever you want them to be. They don't technically have genders in this game, but it's up to you. You can give them guy or girl names. Just come up with names for these guys, because if we put them into this thing here, we can actually get them named. So, you guys go ahead and post your comments. Say what you want these Chao to be named. I'll look through them and choose whatever ones I think are best, or if you guys really, really like a name, I'll go with that one. So, that's going to be it for Chao Garden. Oh yeah, over here, there's the black market. If we go in here, we can use the rings we get from beating stages to actually buy stuff. So if we buy items here, we can get hero fruit, dark fruit, all this different stuff. Right now there's only 4 things, but as we go through the game and get more emblems, we actually unlock stuff. So it's kind of cool. If I remember correctly about differences between this game and the original, there was no black market in the original Sonic Adventure. This was introduced in Sonic Adventure 2. And if you look at this screen, it's the exact same as it is in Sonic Adventure 2. So this was added only in the GameCube version of this game. And they just reused some data from Sonic Adventure 2 and put it into this one. On the back wall, you can see little like hats and stockings over there with the Chao-shaped heads. Those are the items you get in Sonic Adventure 2, and if I'm not mistaken, you actually can't get them in this game. So that's kind of interesting. Either way, that'll be it for what I'm showing with Chao Garden. Also, you can sell their eggshells to the guy from the black market, or you can give them to your Chao, and they will actually put them on their heads. Sometimes. Some of them don't like to. And they'll just toss them if they don't. Either way, if you want me to put eggs on the heads of the Chaos or different various decorations, just let me know. Tell me what you want me to do with the Chaos in the comments. If you want me to make them to hero or dark, that's also up to you. That's also something. I'm not fully sure how it works in this game. I know how it works in Sonic Adventure 2. But I could try to make them Hero or Dark Chao based on your choice. If I'm not mistaken, you actually kind of have to abuse the Chao in this game to make them dark, so I might not do that. I don't like doing that to Chao. It's not fun. So, here we have an area we couldn't go to before. You're used to hearing that. You hear it, like, all the time in this game. There's a lot of lines that they use a lot in this game. Either way, we have the casino area here. Let's see what this woman has to say. Wow, neon lights, great music. So this is the casino that everyone's been talking about. Wonder what the switch is over the sign. I always get the urge to press things like that. If that isn't a hint. If we check this here, these are actually useful. It's open! Wait, open? But the only way in is closed. Well, that makes absolutely no sense. It's open! But we're closed. We're open for business, but we're not letting anyone in. That makes sense. Yeah, you kind of have to open the door yourself, and what she said there about the button thing up there is actually a hint. What you have to do is see that button over there. We have to prepare our lightspeed dash, press the button, and a bunch of rings will show up, and we just get to dash up to that button and open up the casino. We now get to go to our next stage. This is going to be a longer episode. Yay! This is actually kind of, not gonna lie, I don't like this stage. It's a really cool concept, but it takes forever. See, this area is actually pretty open, unlike the other ones. Oh, we want to get these rings as much as we can. I didn't mean to hit both of them, but we ended up getting only 7 rings. This area is pretty open, and, well, honestly, there's not really much to be done here. Well, there's a few things to be done, but it's not like your typical stage. You don't just get to run through, collect rings. It's different. If you go here, you can check this thing here. This is the vault. Jump on the switch to deposit your rings. So you can have your rings permanently stored here.
Try and deposit as many rings as you can.
Yep.
It may even help show you the way.
Yep, if you look up there. This is kind of an awkward screen control, not gonna lie. You can see the Chaos Emerald is right up there. You need to deposit, I believe, 200 rings in order to get to it. Yeah, it's kind of annoying. So if you jump on that, it'll shake all of your rings out in what looks like a very painful way. And as you can see, coins start to build up down there. There's hardly any now because we only deposited 7, but we have to grind for rings in this level. How do we do that? Well, we play pinball. There's 2 different types. There's, I believe there's like this card in pinball where it combines trying to get different combinations with pinball. And there's this one that combines slots with pinball. I'm going to be showing the slots with pinball one first. Now, there's something kind of funny about this. I'll show this one normally. This is basically how you grind for rings in this level, simply put. So yes, we get to play Sonic Pinball. We can use a control stick to shake it a bit, but doing this is very buggy and tends to make you fall off. You don't want to do that. You can hit R and L to move the right and left control sticks. You can also hit A just to hit both at once. Hitting different things. I never even got to control that. So we're already out of balls, as it says there, or Sonics. It's actually Sonic going through in this, and if we go in there, we can actually get this to come up. It's really difficult to time this thing. Hey, I got Tails kickback. What that does, it makes it so you can't fall right down the middle for a while unless you leave these up. It's kind of cool. The whole slots thing is actually something I like quite a bit about this. But this is basically just a ring grinding simulator. Crap. If you lose in these stages too quickly, you get dumped down into the trash bin. And you actually have to work your way out. This is the only thing close to a regular stage in this. You have enemies you can take out here. We'll collect these animals to give to our Chao, because for some reason when you log off, your animals are removed from your inventory, which is kind of annoying. If you have this bomb here, it'll destroy all enemies nearby, and the animals will come flying to you. There's not really much to say. This is a good way to grind for rings too. Honestly, I prefer this because it's actually interesting. Now, this stage is honestly not that hard. I'm going to be speeding up my runs through the grinding for rings though, because it usually takes me a while, and this episode is long enough as is. If we go in here, there's a little bit of a room like this. You're supposed to run for as many of those rings as you can, but I failed. Now you're supposed to go up to whichever area you prefer. I prefer to go to this one because it was there, and I missed everything on the way there. I'm missing all the rings. Fantastic. either way, I'm going to show the card casino thing once. Wow, we're already halfway to how many rings we need. Unless it's like 500. I can't actually remember how many it is now that I think of it. I didn't practice this stage because I thought, I don't want to do this stage twice. I just don't have time in the day. If it's 200, we can practically get it already. Because this is kind of ridiculous. This can't be right. I never get this many rings this easily. Oh yeah, I remember now what the problem is. 9 times out of 10, I get hit on this stage. And I end up losing all of them. So, is this it? I never understood what these wind chutes are supposed to be. Are they supposed to be blowing trash around? Is this really the most efficient way of transporting trash? Whatever. Ooh, almost got hit there. That would have been bad. Go in here, there's more rings. I honestly don't remember how to get through this place. If I can make it through this, I may have actually managed to get through this and not have to do the other stage, or the other pinball thing. Which honestly, I really like the other pinball thing. There's some things I'd like to show there. I'm going to show it regardless. So, that scared me, that scared me. Oh yeah, here's the ladder. Sonic just shook himself off, which was kind of weird. If we go on this ladder, we can just get out of this stage and end up in the showers. Anything interesting thing, if you go in the showers for too long, they turn on and Sonic will start watching himself. And Tails decides to join in awkwardly. Now let's see if we can get a better look at what it actually looks like, because that was kind of cut off before. Yeah, see, he just kind of watches the spikes. And if you press A, it cancels it. You can get rings in here for free, but I've already got all the rings I need, I think. I may be mistaken on how many it is, because I literally haven't played this game in years, and I've been trying to practice it, but I didn't for this stage, because it tends to be a really long stage for me. So if we go and deposit our rings here, did not mean to hit that.
It may even help show you the way.
Now, if we get our rings shaken out again, maybe it was 500 rings, because that's nowhere near what we need. Yeah, it must be 500, not 200. Because if you notice, it actually requires you to get to a certain amount, because we can't jump our full height here. It's kind of annoying. So, we actually have to go back and get more rings now. This stage can take quite some time. It's already taken longer than any of our other stages, but oh well. Now here's something I'd actually like to show. It's kind of funny. If you charge up your light speed dash before going into one of these things, notice how when Sonic's in ball form, he has like those little... The light speed dash thing looks really weird on him. Well, if we hold down the light speed dash while going into this stage, he keeps it and has that really awkward look to him, and the ball seems to glitch out a bit. It doesn't... I don't believe it affects gameplay at all, but it's just interesting. Now in this stage, you'll notice we got a card there. They'll show up on the left. We want to try to get pairs. Honestly, I've never really been able to aim this thing. It's just more of like, get as many as you can and hope you get a combination. That's really all it's ever been for me. So yeah, this is the thing. I'm going to speed up the rest of this like I was saying I would. If I can, I'll show things. Crap. If you die, you also lose all of your cards. When you start out, you get another card. As you see, I lit up those 3 spots there. I got rings for that. So, there's not really much to be explained here. It's more or less just showing this. Also, after you die, you lose your light speediness. I don't know how this was in the original game, but I don't know. This always is kind of fun for me. It's a nice little minigame, I'm not going to lie. So, either way, I'm going to speed up from here. Oh, here's where we can get to a special board. There's like certain times when you can get to this, and it's basically just covered in cards, so you can get ridiculous combinations. If I remember correctly, there's a secret here. As you can see, all these different cards are of things that are not Sonic related. They're actually a reference to the game Knights, which I believe is very popular in Japan. I don't know much about it myself, though, because I've never played it. Sonic kind of goes glitchy when he gets up to the top there. It's kind of annoying. But here we can get a lot of combinations. If I can just get... I don't think I got it. Oh, we fell. Oh, here's the thing that's basically a reference. As you can see, there's... if we go in through here, we see this huge area where there's the character that's like on the cover of the Knights games. Like I said, I don't know much about him. And that little shrine there seems to get a different number of spheres the longer you play. I don't know what that means. I don't know much about this stage. Apparently there's like some sort of big secret here. But other than that, I don't know anything about it. So, yeah, this is kind of interesting. If you guys happen to know, please tell me in the comments. I may end up like mentioning it in a video, or I may end up looking it up myself if I stop being lazy. Either way, back to speeding up. Alright, so failed out of that stage. If you get enough rings, it lets you just spawn right in front of this. And I believe we have enough to finish the stage now. I don't really want to show much more of the stage off, frankly. So if we step on this button, it should shake out all of our rings. And it doesn't get any bigger than that, I believe. Yep, 500 was probably the limit. Now we can just jump up here and go ahead and get our Chaos Emerald. Now, I'm not gonna lie, this is an area that's really good for grinding for rings for your Chao. Because once you have the maximum, you can just go back into those areas. As you saw, I had 400 rings there from playing for like 5 minutes. So, yeah, it's a pretty good area to grind for rings. Either way, let's just go ahead and end this stage. I'm tired of it. Yes. So we got another Chaos Emerald. We have 2 now. So, yeah. The only problem I have with this stage is if you're in a rush, you end up coming out with 0 rings, which kind of sucks. Oh well.
Not bad.
That took a while, longer than it should have. But, oh well. So we get our 3rd emblem. Not gonna lie, I never really liked that area. And as you see, we see another one of those stones show up there that looks like a key.
Yeah. Hey. Oh no, the Chaos Emerald.
Oh no, you don't!
Oh jeez. Eggman.
Oh man, what happened to that emerald we just had?
I guess Eggman's got one of them, but the other one's safe. That guy must be desperate.
That means his 2 to our 1, and that's not good. Come on, Sonic, we need to get busy.
Now here we have the appearance of Cream. Let's see if I can get a better look at her. Yep, there she goes. She's only in this remake of the game. She appears randomly without any real reason. It's kind of cool, actually. But, yeah, you can actually see Cream the Rabbit, who appeared in some of the more 2D side-scroller games, and she appears in some of the Sonic Adventure series, so, yeah, she's an interesting character. If you were to go over here, there's this other key, which looks like it belongs in the Mystic Ruins, and that little thing saying we're supposed to go to the Mystic Ruins is a bit of a hint. Also, one thing I gotta say, we had 2 Chaos Emeralds, and Eggman only took 1. I never understood that. So, yeah. Either way, I think this episode's been long enough, so I'm gonna end it off here. This has been Wentus. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys next time when we head to the Mystic Ruins with that new key. Yeah, it totally looks like a key. Either way, see you guys next time when we do that.